everyone, I am TomahawkToad and welcome to 10 facts about TomahawkToad, and that would be me. So, some of you may have wondered a few things about me, and I thought that it would be fun to have like 10 facts about me, so you guys would get to know me a little bit better, you know. It's the fun of things. That's the best thing about YouTube. This is not a question, it's just a thing that I came up with right now. Is that it's the most fun about YouTube, according to me, is that you connect with so many new people. It's really funny. But anyway, fact number 1 is that I was born on the 11th of August 1992 in a small town outside Gothenburg. I think time was like 15:15 in the afternoon. I don't do AM PM things, so this is digital time. If I talk times digital time, remember that. Because AM PM, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. But anyway, so that's when I was born, and shortly after I was born, I got my real name, and that's fact number 2. My real name isn't TomahawkToad. I know it's a bummer. It really is. But my real name is Glenn Werner. Now, many people here from Sweden think that I am named after a football player, because in the 17s, 80s, something like that, there was a lot of Swedish football player who was named Glenn, and that's a thing in Sweden, that people sing like alla heter Glenn i Göteborg, which if I translate it, it means everyone in Gothenburg is named Glenn. That's not true. Many people are named Glenn though, but mostly people like 40 plus. I've never met anyone except me who is younger than 40 and is named Glenn. So it's a fun thing. So that's my real name. And fact number 3 is that it's a weird fact maybe, but I don't have any favorite food. I do not have any favorite food. The thing here is, I love food. Food is the greatest thing ever. It's like, oh, it's food, you know, you can't live without it, and that's a fact. Fun fact for you guys. But yeah. And it's weird because I love food. I love to try different kinds of food, and I like to, if I have a new food I never tried before, I like to, like, when I taste it, try to focus on different flavors in it, because for every flavor you can find and like pin it down, the more the food is taste. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it works in a way. So there you go. Fact number 4. I got a really split up family. I like Romeo and Juliet's family. It's kind of like that. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny at the same time. The family split out. My family is my mom, my dad, a older brother on my dad's side, and older brothers on my mother's side, and an older sister on my mother's side. So it's my mom and my 2 siblings on that side on one side, and then it's my dad and my sibling on his side, another side, and they just refuse to talk to each other. Kind of. My older brother on my mother's side and my dad, they talk sometimes when they like run into each other in the store or stuff like that. So it's quite, you know, it's funny, it's fun, it's good. But yeah, really split up family. And a fun thing, when I was growing up, I was actually really good at math. Math was my absolute favorite subject in school until somewhere 4th, 5th grade, something like that. Because all of a sudden I started to get really bad at math, and I thought for many years, so sorry for that the reason I was bad at math was because I missed something that other didn't. Because I was really good at math, I was really great at it. So I tried to figure out what I missed, why I was so bad, and it just didn't work. I couldn't find like the missing piece of the puzzle, you know. But then when I was 19, I think, studying in Stockholm. Why can't I remember? Oh yeah. I studied medical thing, not in college, like high school. For like half a year or something, but in math, you know, it just kind of fudged me up. I didn't understand anything, and I came behind with math, and because of that I came behind with everything else. The school just sucked ass for me. But then I quit. I jumped high school. You shouldn't do that, but I did it. And I started to, you know, work with my dad as a carpenter. It's quite a fun job actually. It's quite funny. And but then one day we went to a job, and the person we was working for was a math teacher, specifically for kids with how do you even pronounce that? See, how do you pronounce that?
Dyscalculia.
Dyscalculia. Okay, yeah, there we go. Dyscalculia. And he was a math teacher specifically for people with dyscalculia. Is that how you pronounce it? I think that's how you pronounce it. It's like dyslexia, but it's with numbers instead of letters. Basically the same thing. And he said, maybe you got this, because I kind of explained to him how numbers work in my head. And was, go and try if you have this. So I took, you know, I contacted my doctor and like, hey, I want to do test like this. And he said, yeah, come here that day and that time, blah blah blah, so on. You know the drill, you know the drill. And I sat down and got this weird test with like dots, and I was supposed to count them in short time, stuff like that. It was weird. And he's like, yeah, you got dyscalculia. Or dyscalculia. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. I'm sorry. I got Google Translate. It's not the best translate. Yeah. So yeah, and at the same time as actually shortly after, and this is to fact number 6, is that shortly after this period that I discovered I have a dyscalculia or dyscalculia, whatever, I worked in a factory. And it's not the greatest job, but it's a job, you know. It was quite funny, I think. Not the job itself, but the people I worked with, they were great. And the fun part about this factory, it's it takes about 5 minutes to walk from where I live to that factory. That factory don't disturb me at all. It doesn't sound or smell anything, and that's good. But it's a quite small factory in the middle of nowhere, because I live in the middle of nowhere. I live a few miles outside Gothenburg. It's nothing here. You can find cows, basically cows and horses. And the factory is manufacturing what's it called? Those bags you have in your vacuum cleaner, you know. That's what they do. And it's a pretty small factory, but they are the greatest producers of these vacuum cleaner bags, whatever you call those, in Europe. So there you go, fun fact. And while I was working at this factory, I met one of my best friends, well, today is named Richard, and it's quite funny that he and I became friends, because he didn't like look at the people I usually hang out with. He has like tattoos and pierce, yeah, I guess one piercing, and stuff like that. And I usually don't hang out. I'm not judgmental at all. It's not like that. Just that he doesn't look like the people I usually hang out with. But I know that look doesn't have anything to do who you are as a person. It's just what you think is nice. But anyway. And he has a bunch of tattoos and stuff like that, and I don't have any tattoos, so this is fact number 7, I think. Yes, 7. I had to have a sheet thing, so I remember what I'm supposed to talk about. But anyway, so yeah, he has lots of tattoos and stuff, and I have a few ideas on tattoos I want. I want here on my right shoulder, my upper arm, I want a peace sign, a heart, a musical note, and a sun, like peace, love, music, sunshine. Well, that's everything you need in life. I've said it before, I know that, in a few videos, I don't know, a month back or something like that. A while back I told you guys. Anyway, so I want like those signs with a background that is kind of living. It's kind of hard to explain what I want the background to look like. So that may be a problem for the future, but anyway. So I want that, and here on my shoulder, my older brother on my mother's side has his star sign is Cancer, and my star sign is Leo. And I want something that kind of resembles that. He and I are brothers. We got the same tattoo thing, you know. But he has the lobster thing going on his shoulder, look in like black and white. But I want something that is more like alive and fun and you know stuff like that. So I want here on my shoulder. I want you see, Deadpool is my favorite character in Marvel or anything. He's like, I just love him to bits. And that's even way before they released the movie. I used to actually still do sometimes read his comics, stuff like that. He's awesome. So I want a Deadpool in kind of like bubblehead, cartoonish style, with a lion's mane. Is that how you say it? I think that's how you say it. Around his neck going on here. That would be dope. And another thing I want on this arm somewhere. I think I want on this arm. I haven't really decided yet. But I love like Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, stuff like that. So I want Mike Wachowski from Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. I want like when he's a child from Monsters University. If you have seen the movie, he got like a scarer hat from the factory. Get the hat from a scarer. Is that how you say it in English? I think that's the same. Of those who scare children, you know. So I want Mike Wachowski with that hat, looking kind of like insecure and a bit shy, stuff like that. And behind him, I want to grow Mike Wachowski when he's grown up, looking really like confident. He's gonna like lean on one of those thing they collect the screens in and stuff like that. It would be real dope. So yeah, that's the two tattoos I want. So yeah, and that's fun. And fact number 8 is that it may sound a bit weird, but it's actually happened several times. Is that I have actually been accused. I'm not saying like people just told me. People has actually really accused me for being too positive, and that's that's fun, you know. Being positive. I always try to see things like in a positive way, even if it's kind of shit. I try to look at the bright side of it because, as I see it, you actually have the choice how to react to things, and some things may take time to, because you have a natural way to react to things. So some stuff may be really like hard to react different to, but if you actually try, and with time your brain's gonna think like, oh, we're gonna think like this instead of that. So I'm trying to be like as positive as I can. An example of me being too positive is when I think not last year but the year before that, I think me, my girlfriend, her family, and a friend of her mother and her daughter that I'm friend with and also my girlfriend's friend with, anyway, went to London and were there like over the holidays. And on the way back we stood in this, like, we had a huge line. It was crazy long, even for like airport thing, crazy long line to like check in our bags, you know. And we stood like an hour. It was like going around like this, and then start this way and then, so all over the place just to check in our bags. But I was like, yeah, by the way, we can like stand here and let's, you know, talk shit to each other, kind of like that. And people are like, yeah, but so long, my feet hurts, and I was like, yeah, my feet hurts as well, but you know, I could stand here alone and it would be boring as shit, but now I have you guys so I can talk with you guys. So I like, try to focus on that, you know. Anyway, and we stood there for like an hour, and there was like a big ass sign, and we was like, yeah, behind that sign we can check in our bags. So we got like halfway there. People like, oh, we waited forever, and but I said like, yeah, but now we're halfway there. Like, now we don't have to go anywhere else. It's there and then it's done. And they're like, yeah, that's true. And then when we was halfway to that, I said that, but then we went halfway on that, so 25% more, and we realized that it's not behind this sign. Because behind that sign, it was another really long lane, so a queue or whatever, however you say it. So when we came to that sign, that was halfway, and that really bummed people out because they thought it was halfway like an hour ago, and now they were halfway and they had another hour to go. But then I was like, yeah, but the fact that we thought that was halfway before, you know, Toad design, it made it feel like a shorter period of time. So that period of time felt not as long because we thought we would be there. So I don't know if I explained it very good in English, but you know, I hope you understand at least. I really hope. So yeah, that's fact number 9. And now I still want my screen here because I want to thank you. There we go. So fact number 9, or question, I don't know. What got me started with YouTube? The thing that got me started, it was when me and a few friends were playing GTA 5 online, and we didn't really play the game, you know, we were just messing around doing a bunch of stupid shit. And one of my friends, he wanted to do videos of it, but he didn't want to make any like YouTube videos, stuff like that. He was like, let's make videos for ourselves that we can look back on. And at the time I was the one who had the best computer, and I have never tried to like edit and stuff like that, and I love to try new things, so I was, hey, yeah, I can do it, no problem. So you know, I downloaded a few programs and stuff like that and started to record and sat down to edit, and I quickly realized that I really love to sit down and edit, because when I do that, like, everything else just kind of melts away, you know, and just me there and then. So it's I really enjoy making videos. It's really funny. So that's what got me started on YouTube. But and this is question number 10, or fact number 10. What motivates me for YouTube? And the short answer is you guys. You really do. As I said, I think it's really funny to sit down and make videos and stuff like that. But it's so much more fun now when you guys are like giving me all this positive feedback, and I can go to your channel and do the same for you, and it just gets this like community, and it's that's the most fun part, and that's the part that actually keeps me motivated to make videos. Otherwise, I would still make videos, but probably not as frequent as I do now. But yeah, and that's really funny, I think. So yeah, it's you guys, the community, all the positive feedback you get and can give, and like advice, and you meet new people, you can meet to make collabs with each other, and I just love that part. It's really fun. It's really fun. So yeah. But anyway, guys, this was 10 facts about TomahawkToad, and hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, you can, you know, let me know down in the comments. Ask whatever you want, and I will probably do like another Q&A or something like that in the future. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and push the little notification bell so you know when I'm uploading. But I will see you guys in the next video, so take care and bye!